Hi, this is Dave Kestner with the Laws of Dave Kestner and Associates. We're going to present to you today a quick commercial on getting started on your eviction. So to start an eviction, there's usually some notice of to pay or quit, to cure or quit, or just to quit. And this can range from 3 days to 60 days, or even 90 days in a foreclosure. Then comes the lawsuit. Then comes um, the judgment, and after the judgment, you get what's called a writ, and then you get something called a sheriff levy, and the sheriff then goes and does what's called a lockout. There's a lot of procedural issues that go on, and there's a lot of requirements that have to be followed, and it's important to have an attorney to help you with that. And it gets even more complicated when you're in places that have what's called rent stabilization ordinance, such as Los Angeles or Los Angeles County, uh, San Francisco, Oakland, all of those jurisdictions. Very hard to get through some of the procedural issues, and you really need professional help. However, there's a good point. Once you get it right, once your attorney's helped you, hopefully it's the law office of Dave Kestner Associates, and gotten you to the point where everything looks like it's done correctly, all the way up until the point where you're going to go to trial, then the load of getting it all right and making everything work properly switches to the tenant, and the tenant then feels like a ton of bricks on their shoulders, because usually if they couldn't pay their rent or if they're doing something wrong, then that usually means they're not going to be able to afford uh, counsel, and now they're having all of that on their shoulders, and they're going to try and play dumb in court, but really doesn't work because the court is worried about possession and doesn't take a lot of excuses. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you're looking for an unlawful detainer lawyer or an eviction lawyer, please go ahead and click on the link below. You'll be asked several questions. That'll help you get started. I'll review your answers and get in touch with you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.